April marks Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and survivors here in Westchester County are making their voices heard. Community leaders and survivors of sex abuse spoke out in front of the county courthouse in White Plains to push for the Adult Survivors Act. News 12's Angelica Taruno has the details.
A push for a path to justice for survivors.
This should not be a controversial issue.
Survivors in Safe Horizon, a local nonprofit for victims of abuse and violent crime, were joined by local and state leaders today to call on the state assembly to pass the Adult Survivors Act before the session ends in June.
The state shouldn't be blocking them. The state should be opening the doors to them to make their claim.
The act would give adults who were sexually abused when they were 18 years of age or older a 1-year window to file a civil suit against their abuser.
Survivors of sexual abuse, all survivors, regardless of their age and regardless of when the assault happened, deserve the same pathways to healing and justice.
The legislation essentially piggybacks off of the Child Victims Act from 2019. The CVA allowed survivors of child sexual abuse to file lawsuits.
I hope that this bill allows adult survivors of sexual assault to access justice in a similar way.
Victims speaking out say that if this piece of legislation moves forward and is passed, it would just be one step in the healing process.
You have to have it. People have to be able to know that they have a voice and somebody believe them and say, you know what? I believe you.
Although the legislature wouldn't directly speak to the two survivors present today, they say they speak out so that others can get the justice. Angelica Taruno, News 12.
The state Senate has approved the legislation, and it will now go in front of the Assembly, which failed to approve it last year.